What it takes to get to the level of a prison boss is, one, you have to have that thought process that you want to be a boss. It doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional. It's kind of like pound for pound best fighter. When Mike Tyson first started boxing, he was just a up and coming young guy. Then the more people he beat up and the more savagely he beat them up, the bigger his name got. Then he got to the point where he was the most feared guy on the planet even before he fought for the championship. So the fights that he fought and the way that he won made him the pound for pound best fighter in the world. It's the same thing in prison. You come in, you're Joe Nobody, and you start having fights. You start getting in battles. You start having situations. And it's not just that you won, but how you won and who you fought. Are you fighting a bunch of bums? Are you fighting real people? Are you handling real situations, or they make believe? And I went through riots on airplanes. You've seen Con Air, I've lived it. Solitary confinement, 2.5 years in the basement with no sunlight. Fights on the yard, 2 against 20. Fights on the yard, 2 against 30. I'm saying hand-to-hand combat. I'm saying outthinking, outsmarting everybody around you. I'm saying even the contraband and the things that happen, handling the institutional commerce and business. I mean, are you a thought leader? Are you creating new and clever ways to make things move and happen? And those things are like, it's like a checklist. And okay, he did that well, he did, and then you just keep moving up. And the better you think, the more savage you are, and the more cunning you are, the more status you get. And it took 9 months for me to get kicked out of the state of Massachusetts. It took me 2.5 years to get kicked out of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I've been kicked out of 9 different facilities in 9 different states for being violent and incorrigible. And so it's wins. I keep winning. It's like I'm a force to be reckoned with. And you look at me, my status used to be, I was trying, never got it, to get a murder in prison. Because I wanted you to look at me and say, I ain't messing with that dude because he'll kill me. I look at that pen. Yo, Mike, will you die for that pen? Because I will. You die for that cup of water? I will. The one who's willing to give the most wins. The most extreme wins. The one with the least amount to lose wins.